Good afternoon, good evening, whatever part of the zone you're in, and whatever city or country that you're in. My name is Monet. My business is the artist Monet Beauty, and this has actually been on my heart for probably like a good 3 years. It's funny how when you're put into situations and you finally challenge your vision and really know your worth to solidify your brand, but to keep building your brand. So I wanted to do this video as an introduction to building your brand and honoring your expertise in the business. And let me just tell you a little bit about myself because I can just go on and on. My name is Monet. I've been in the industry for now 16 years. I started and got my license in 2008. I always had a passion for beauty since a little girl. I knew exactly what I wanted to do from high school and on. I did a pre-program for trade school in high school. Which I'm not telling because that was a very long time ago. So it got me motivated to share my passion to the industry, but also get familiar in why I'm promoting my brand and building my career as a hairstylist. So I started off at Paul Mitchell the school. I went to Paul Mitchell 2008. I knew exactly, again, where I wanted to go, even in school. I was a part of every program. I challenged myself into doing some type of volunteer work or helping out humanity or just spreading my name through philanthropy in hair school. And I knew hair school was like the number one, but I knew later on, like a couple years later, I want to say, that really taking love and understanding in makeup, because I wanted to always complete my client with following up with just a complete face, so she can enjoy her day, and as an add-on, because who doesn't want, if you do anything with your hair, who doesn't want to finalize with a little bit of face? I always felt like that was a complete package. So I studied at MAC Cosmetics. I worked at MAC as a freelancer starting off, I want to say right after hair school. I loved working alongside with some of the greats, which are now huge in business. Shout outs to Florida Mall and Millennial Mall back in Orlando. It was really, really such an amazing experience to learn, not only to touch bases as a hairstylist, but to enter in such a magnetic energy in makeup, because makeup had so many key elements that hair definitely has. But when you're dealing with the client, I learned that psychology comes a lot with makeup artistry as well. So it was actually very boosting to do both, because it was like you were able to build relationships, and that's what I really wanted to talk about, is knowing how to build relationships and really connect with your client. My mom always taught me that if you're not doing things out of service or to help someone, why are you doing it? So I was able to really tap in, because I came from a very customer service background, and I also just love to help people and heal people. You never know what someone's going through or what the situation is in their life. So I felt that connecting with people through artistry was just such a huge exposure for my brand, and it later got me into really, really good heights as a whole. So from actually working at MAC Cosmetics, I knew I needed to tap in a little bit further. So it inhibited me to actually reach out to some artists that were mainstream in the industry and that were working towards their goals, but actually booking gigs, because that was really important to me. I mean, some people, they say you talk the talk, but do you walk the walk? And I learned that most people heavy in the industry, they didn't have such big followings or anything like that, but they were definitely highly connected in the industry. So I worked under a couple of legends. I call them legends because they really like got me to a point in my career where I was just like, I'm going for the go. I'm going for the kill. I know exactly how I want to connect with people, but also build an artistry to where you tap in and really know how you can really fix and heal and give a client everything that she always wanted or he wanted, because I learned that just as well as getting someone in the chair, it could be male or female. All of us need the love. So yes, I worked under some amazing greats. They weren't always the nicest, but they always gave me the true version of and the real version of the industry, which is very doggy dog, very showmanship and stepping up to the plate, because your number one goal is for that client to leave happy or to get the best shot that you can get in a photo shoot or etc. So yes, I'm so excited to start this docu-series of how to promote your brand and how to be an asset to the industry and to connect with the right people and to do it on a format where you see results. And my coaching course is to basically tap into young artists that are starting or in the middle and they're just kind of like, what's next? Because it's really tough. It's tough love. If you really don't tap in or, use that client and be of an asset, they'll just go to somebody else. And that's just the doggy dog world of it. The beauty is that there's over 30 billion or 3 billion or something crazy. It's a lot of people out there. So you're able to meet new people, but you want to always build your brand and your business relationship with different clients or clients that may reach out or not reach out, but to bigger brands. So you're carrying the leverage of promoting your brand to other people. So in this, I'm going to say 6-week course, because 6 weeks is really like short when you think about it. It took me 16 years to get to where I am today. But it is all a learning process. But in this 6-week course, I will be coaching on what clients are working for you, how you build that clientele with how long you've been doing what you're doing, what things that you can add on to each service to build a bigger upsell. If you have any retail in your store, or you want to build more of your retail, because let's just say everybody doesn't always need you. So having retail is great because you're able to capitalize off of those down moments. And with me, I was able to build a successful brand in the last 3 years where I kind of, everything was kind of weird during 2020. So it did worry me. It made me a little bit scared to not have something else that somebody can offer. But what I wanted to really, really do is to connect with each client on a personal home basis and go back to the basics. I did Mary Kay for like 5 years. Avon once upon a time. So what I was able to really know is what that client really needs for an everyday look, what their needs and wants are. Some people are very much minimalist these days. So just even having a moment to wash their hair is a moment, or to use that new concealer because their husbands or friends are like, "Ooh, you look a little exhausted." All of us want just like a nice pick-me-up. So that's really how I vision building with the client, is finding out their needs. But in the 6-week course, because I don't want to give out too much, in the 6-week course, we will be tapping into the needs and necessities of a client, how long you have built that relationship with that client. Also, how a client needs or wants certain things, but that's very long term. Like some people, they're even scared to wear their ears out, or they want, certain visions with having a tassel bang or a curtain bang, but they don't know how it looks on them. this is where your needs come in as a stylist, and to really kind of monitor how their vision is with certain looks, but also to be very frank, but test things out. Not necessarily saying you're going to take a cut to the bang, but just to let them know why, or where does this come in at, or how can I give you that without cutting your hair. Yeah, a little bit of all that in this 6-week course. Also, something I'm really excited about is the AI platform for artistry, so they can see what they look like without cutting their hair or whatever, vice versa. But I am so excited to share these lovely 6 weeks with you. I know that we get into those little hunches where we're just like, I don't know what's next. I have no idea. This client, I got burnt out on, and that's when I call and think that it's time to divorce certain clients. Certain clients could be a little toxic, or they'll bring you certain news, or entertain certain things that you just don't entertain, or what your goal is. You don't have to deal with everybody. That's what I learned as well in this industry, is you don't have to deal with every person that you see. You could be extremely selective, but also know what the needs and wants of a person, and really tap into what their goals are. And that's what's so important as me giving out this 16-year information, because it is so valid and so important on so many levels to really communicate and to understand your budgeting with clients, or your prices, or to stay in your worth with your prices. Because there's certain levels of expertise, and certain things need to be appreciated and valued. Because let's be clear, if you go to a doctor and they need to do they want to work on certain things with your body, you're not just gonna go to a family doctor for your heart. You're gonna go to a great cardiologist, right? You're going to find out what type of doctor specializes in what you need. And that's what's so important in our industry, is that everybody doesn't go to everybody for everything need. You might want this certain style that somebody has done on a couple people, or that you've seen on a celebrity, and you trust their expertise because they're valid in their expertise. So I wanted to make sure that I tap into you guys about that, and really understand that you don't have to deal with just anybody. And also your worth, your time, your needs, all that is a very, very excruciating time where you're like literally building your platform and your name, and then you get a certain type of client that really jades your feelings towards what you do. And that's the thing about this industry, is that it does have a lot of longevity. But if you are dealing with toxic certain somebodies, it's not going to be what it needs to be. It's not going to give what it needs to give, especially for longevity. And then that's what tends to give people burnt out on what they do, because they're like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to deal with this person. I've had several moments like that. And that's why I wanted to help get people or artists to the next level. So thank you guys so much for listening. I will be posting updates of the new courses that I can do online. Or if you want to do a one-on-one coaching. Usually it's really good to work as a group, because you kind of hear what this person allocates with in the industry, or what this person has dealt with. So I will be doing group coursing or one-on-one coursing. All of the prices are a little bit different for one-on-one, because you get 100% of my time, versus with a group, you are able to hear what somebody else's growth and gains have been. So I will be posting more on the coursing. If you are interested on the 6-week courses, please leave me information below the post. And you can check out my platform at www.theartistmonetbeauty, all one word, www.theartistmonet, beauty.com. And you will be able to see all my highlights, all of the work that I've put into this industry to sell to you. There will be other coursing on specifics. If you want to build a celebrity clientele, or if you need to learn how to write a proper contract, or etc., there'll be all that posted below. And if you are wanting to reach out on that, please let me know. So thank you so much for listening for today. We're almost at the 15-minute mark. I don't want to drain anyone from their vision. I want everybody to be excited about learning new ways or strategies to promote your business and be your highest self. So have a beautiful day and enjoy the rest of your long-term career. So excited to share the best with you. Mwah. Thank you.